Hello, investors. So today I'm excited to bring you another great property at the Villages of Cherry Park. So this little community, it consists of 58 townhomes. I bought 27 of them, and one by one, we're going through and fully renovating each of these units. Then uh, placing a resident and of course, offering them to our investors like you, then managing them in-house. So a project like this is possible because we own the majority of the homes in the association. So we are the property manager for the association. Foundation Property Management is the management team for the Village at Cherry Park, which therefore controls the destiny of the neighborhood. So we as a group have this neighborhood. I'm going to be looking at buying more of the properties in here. So that we have control of the HOA is a huge deal. So this little website's very basic, but it's just to give us a presence. And it's cherryparkhoa.com. All that would do is take you to this landing page, and you can see some of the photos of houses that we've renovated. It's really cool to come into a neighborhood like this and change it in a very positive way. You know, the biggest need right now I see in Memphis, Tennessee is our aging workforce. So our truck drivers, our sanitation workers, maybe the person who worked on the HVAC at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, or the security guard, the guy that worked in a warehouse for 45 plus years, and now he's at a later stage in life, single guy. I'm just thinking of a guy just moved into one of these properties. And he's too young to go to a retirement home, but too old, in his opinion, to buy a house or have some big rent payment. So for $900, $950 a month, he can live in a cute little townhome where the grass is cut for him, so there's no maintenance, and it's been fully renovated. So needless to say, plenty of renters wanting these properties. And I'm so excited to change a whole community as a group. Me, my owners, you guys watching this video, and Foundation Property Management, the team here, looking over your properties, collecting the rent, taking care of all of that, and the HOA. So I hope one day maybe we can pass a thing and change the name. You know, Foundation, the Villages of Foundation Property Management. I don't know. We'll do something fun. So if you go to turnkeyinvest.com and go look at the properties we have available, first take a second and watch the video that I've created here. This video is all about a new loan program I have. The loan program, the first one I want to talk about, it's the Investment Made Easy program through one of my new preferred lenders who is not just some new guy with a fancy program. He's a client of mine, a dear friend of mine, a very awesome mortgage broker. And pretty much you don't have to go through all the hoops you do with the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. It's based on the income of the property and your credit score. And they do ask that you have some properties under your belt already. So if it's your first rental property, it might not work out. But if you're a seasoned vet, if you've used all of your Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac golden tickets, I call them, this is a program for you, the Investment Made Easy loan. If you just want to get a loan quickly, or if you're like me, you're self-employed and just got your taxes finally filed on October 15th, this might be a program for you, because they don't even want to see your tax returns. They just want to know that it's a good property that's managed professionally, and boom, you're closed. All right, so we have several awesome opportunities here, brand new houses built to rent. We have an executive level property here on Willette Street. We have a home in the $130,000 price range. But today we're going to talk about Cherry Park, and this next one coming up, it's my only 3-bedroom. The other properties I have in there are 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom. So it's the biggest of the bunch. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's going to rent for $950, and it's going to sell for $95,000. So a fully renovated, cash flowing property, meeting the 1% rule. That's what everybody is missing, and everybody's asking for. You can see here on the website, I'll have these pictures updated, the after the renovation. So new roof, HVAC, This one we did new interior doors, all new flooring, new kitchen, new bathroom, new. These properties are not getting lipstick on a pig. They are getting full renovations. New windows throughout the house. When's the last time you bought a turnkey property and they replaced all the windows? New blinds, new light fixtures, new. Everything's updated, and little tank of a property. Like, not much that can go wrong here. So it's 900 square feet. After renovation, dramatic change to this picture. And once we get the resident in there, there's just not a whole lot to break. So that's beautiful. Let's look at the numbers. All right, so from the website, like all of my properties, you click on the button that says give me more information, the diligence vault, and this is what pops up. You're going to have a 10-year projection on this property, the property data sheet, an amortization schedule, because on this property I'm offering in-house financing. That's right. So another opportunity. This is one that won't show up on your credit. You don't have to jump through a lot of hoops. There'll be less than a 30-day closing on this property. So there's going to be a lot of people that want it. And look, if you don't get this one, don't be upset. I've got more coming. I bought 27 of these. So this will be the 5th of the 27 properties that we've sold. And there's going to be a lot of people wanting it. So all I'm saying is be patient. I have more coming in the near future. The really cool thing we're doing is we're moving residents out of my 27 properties from where they've been. One guy's been there for 34 years. He's moved, and one of them's moving out of their current property in Cherry Park to one of mine I just renovated. He couldn't be happier. He was up here. He's like, I can't wait to get into my new home that's been all fixed up. The windows are going to open. And the whole time I've lived here, my windows wouldn't even open. The HVAC is going to be brand new. The roof's not going to be leaking. All new hardwood LVP floors. So it's really cool what we're doing here. All right, so let's look at the pro forma. Pro forma, $95,000 purchase price. Your down payment is $23,750. Then you have some closing cost, and your initial investment is $30,000. So I'm going to carry the mortgage on your behalf at 6% interest, beating the other guys out there. So James, how are you able to do that? Well, this one, 2 years in the making on this project, but I went into it knowing that I was going to offer in-house financing for you guys. So right now you're looking at 7% interest on Fannie Mae Freddie Mac loan. You have to jump through all the hoops. It takes away one of your golden tickets. It's cumbersome. You know, look, I've been through it so many times. I understand. This one, easy. You want to buy it, you bring $30,000 roughly to the closing table, depending on the time of month you close and all those things, what your closing costs will be. Excuse me. So repairs, zero, because I'm fully renovating this property. After repair value, $95,000. The land value, $17,000. I'll show you why this is in this new pro forma I created. So how do we get down to our cash flow number? We take rent minus all expenses, HOA, maintenance, monthly taxes, insurance, a vacancy, 4% vacancy. How do I get to that number? Over a 10-year period with an average tenant stay over 3 years, we're proud to say, and less than 60 days to get the house from move out to move in when you have that transition from one renter to another. Over a 10-year period, that's 4% of the lifetime of 10 years, the amount of time that property is vacant. The property management fee is at 8%, that taking care of all your toilets and tenants, all the boots on the ground work we do here at Foundation Property Management, only $76 a month. And then a principal and interest payment of $427, because it's only 6% interest, gives you $198 a month of cash flow. That is almost a 10% cash on cash return. So love bringing this product to you guys. I've also created a 10-year projection, and this is going to show you, how much rent are you going to collect in the next 10 years? How much are you going to pay in expenses over the next 10 years? Now let's talk about that. Who really pays those expenses? The resident pays those expenses on your behalf. So even though you're going to pay $10,000 of HOA dues over the next 10 years, your resident paid for it, not you, the owner. Your taxes, your insurance, your vacancy rate, property management, principal and interest, and then CapEx. Well, why are you putting CapEx in there, James? Well, eventually you are going to have to invest more money in this property, just like your personal house, your other rental properties you already own. But for the first 3 years, minimally, you're not going to have any bills. It's fully renovated. So I plugged in a very conservative, maybe heavy number of $1,500 a year starting year 4 and beyond. This is the way I look at my properties. So if you wanted to change this, I can actually work with you and give you this spreadsheet to play around with. Then that takes us to our mortgage balance year over year, starting at $70,000. At the end of 10 years, you're going to be down at $60,000. And who paid that down for you? The resident. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Resident. Then we have our cash flow number. Now, this cash flow number is after all the CapEx that I put in here, which you shouldn't have to spend that much, but I like to be conservative on my estimates and my projections. I'd rather have real numbers than good numbers any day. So your debt reduction, as we saw, is $11,624. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Resident. Your depreciation over a 10-year period, you're going to get to write off $32,516 as an owner of real estate. We all appreciate that. And then your property is going to go up in value, if nothing else, from inflation. So I'm using a modest 3% appreciation year over year. That $95,000 home is worth $124,000 10 years later. So I've highlighted those exciting numbers in green because the overall cash flow of these investments over a 10-year period is what's most important. After all expenses that's paid for by the residents, including vacancy and CapEx needed, easily this property is a $100,000 turnaround to you, the owner, in a 10-year period. Exciting stuff. All right, so the other thing you'll find in the Diligence Vault, this is called a property data sheet. This is made available to me as a real estate broker in the state of Tennessee. It's all the information you could ever want to know about this property. Lot number, parcel ID number, square footage from multiple sources, the schools in the area, the tax assessment straight from the tax assessor and what you'd be paying in taxes. Then also, here's the square footage, bedroom, bath count from the tax assessor, the appraiser. The last time this property was appraised is 1993, and he went out and put a tape measure on it, said it's 818 square feet. I'm going to go with his number. It's usually the most accurate. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, no garage or pool, thank the Lord. And this gives you all the legal for the property. This is the one my eyes go to first. Is the property in a flood zone? Absolutely not. So it's minimal risk for flood in the next 500 years. How do they know 500 years? But that's what FEMA gives us. So the property data sheet gives you all the data you could ever want. Then the magic Foundation Property Management takes care of these properties for you moving forward so that this becomes a passive income. You're not dealing with tenants and collecting rent or whatever. So from here, I'd like to direct you to a couple of sites. If you go to Owners in the top right corner, Owner Informational Video answers a lot of the questions some of you might have about how we make a difference in our investors' portfolio and raise your ROI year over year by proactively managing these properties. Our interests are aligned with our owners to ensure a cash-flowing, hands-off investment in every way, every decision made. So go to Owner Informational Videos. It'll talk to you about, why would you potentially choose Foundation Property Management? Maybe you own properties in Memphis that I don't manage. I want to manage those properties. And why? Because I want you to have a cash-flowing, hands-off investment like you should. This should be a passive income. You shouldn't have to manage your current manager, or if you feel like you're getting overcharged for replacing a roof or getting the house rent ready for the next resident, talk to us. We want to really affect your bottom line in a positive way. How do we handle a resident that doesn't pay? There's a video about that. What do we do about pets? So all of these videos are going to become a large series of what we are doing that makes a difference for our owners. And then there's an owner testimonial area. And these are different owners that I've worked with over the years and how we have done what I've been saying. So it's always nice to hear from other like-minded people, other people that are growing a portfolio of rental properties. When you're vetting your next property manager. Maybe you're buying a property now and you haven't chosen your property manager. This will be very helpful for you. And unlike most property managers, all of our pricing, everything is here transparently given to you. If you wanted us just to lease your property, that's all you're hiring Foundation Property Management to do. It's a $2,000 flat rate fee. I don't do a lot of that because I want to serve you fully. And when you do choose Foundation Property Management, it's 8% of the collected rent, very much like other people in town. And here's everything you get. So we've got it all listed here on the site. But this is where we shine. We really shine when it comes to markup on repairs. So over and over again, I get calls and they want me to manage their properties because they feel like their current property manager is overcharging for whatever. They're in California, their properties are in Memphis, and whoever's managing them are gouging them because of that. So recently I had a repair. It was a plumbing repair and a kitchen sink. It was $75. So $75 times 0.2, 20%. Our markup was $15. That's a fair markup for handling what needed to happen there. We sent the plumber out. He sent us pictures. We never physically went to the home. It was all taken care of. The resident was happy. It happened in a timely manner. And a $15 markup is fair in that situation. Most property managers would say, James, you're losing money. You got to double that to be profitable. That's not where I make my profit. I buy houses, I build houses, I renovate them, I sell them. I have my own portfolio. If I ever got to a point where I had to double a $75 plumbing fee to you guys, my owners, I'd hang it up. That's ridiculous. A bigger one. So I recently had a friend who asked me to give him a price on a roof that I did not manage. So somebody else managed it in town. I'm like, come on, man, I'll do it for you. Of course I will. So I literally made a phone call. Hey, roofer, a guy that puts on 200-300 roofs a year for me, give me a price on this roof. Now, he didn't go on a satellite and try to guesstimate from there. He went to the house and measured the roof, old school, right? Same day, I had a price. He came back at $6,500. I texted my buddy, $6,500 plus 5% markup, because over $1,000, there's a 5% markup, not a 20% markup. 20% would be astronomical. And so my buddy called me back immediately. He said, James, you might want to recheck your numbers. I think you're missing something here. I was like, no, it's $6,500 plus 5% markup. Are you saying it's too expensive? Because I can put a roof on more affordably and better than anybody else in Memphis. I'll always live and die by that one. Roofs are easy. When you have the right crew, you know where to buy your materials at the right price. It's a commodity every time. He said, no, James, my current property manager quoted me $12,000, and I'm just afraid that you are going to lose money if you do it for $6,825, which is $6,500 plus my markup of $325. I said, well, look, I put a lot of roofs on. Thank you for your concern. If I lose money, that's my fault. So we completed the job, and needless to say, I now manage that property. He was furious with his current property manager. And I said, you really just calm down, because that property manager is not doing anything wrong. He just charged you retail. And retail, James doesn't pay. I want to bring wholesale prices to my owners. I am going to get wholesale prices as a home builder, a guy that does a lot of houses in Memphis, and I'm going to pass that along to my owners. So if anybody ever wants to complain about the 8% that we're charging because somebody else is 7%, all day long, I'd be talking about this. What is the markup on the next roof or a simple repair that costs $75? Are they gouging you? Heck, I could charge 20% of collected rent, and you'd still come out better because of this aligned way of dealing with my owners and their properties. Alignment. That's what people are missing in this business. When the owner of the property is losing money, the manager shouldn't be profiting greatly. You got to get out of alignment so that this thing works out. This is very much a relationship business, and we take it very serious. If you have properties, you want to talk to us about managing them, you can hit us up right here on the live chat or reach out to me and the team. We're easy to get a hold of for our owners. Lastly, if you're still watching the video, this is a little bonus here. Lastly, in the Diligence Vault, I've got our handbook. So what is this? This is some airplane reading. If you ever really want to know what is going on in Memphis, Tennessee, what makes this guy tick, the first is just a letter about who we are, what we do, the types of services we offer for me and my family. We're very much a family-run business here. My beautiful wife, Shelly, and our kids. TurnkeyInvest.com. What does it look like to work with us from step 1 to step 10? A lot of you guys might be in step 1 right now, the discovery stage, where you're just browsing the site and kind of learning who we are. Maybe you want to set up a call and ask us some questions. Ask us some hard questions. We want to be challenged. We don't do anything new and inventive here. We're doing basic real estate consistently day over day. That's the key to our success. This is my 20th year in the business, and God's been so good to us. But we've also got the processes and the system in place to be replicatable and duplicatable at will, meaning I can go out and build 10 houses a month consistently and produce that product in a timely manner, staying within budgets and making sure the quality is up to par because we made it replicatable and duplicatable. We're not reinventing the wheel every time something happens. It's all about systems and processes in place to succeed in real estate. Then as you go through the process, at the very end, enjoy your cash flow, save up for your next down payment, invest again. Foundation Property Management. You want to know who we are, what makes us tick? Read this one pager here, and you're going to see that being in alignment with our owners, staying grounded, being financially strong is a key to a company I would want to work with. And then I've got articles about buying real estate with as little as 20% down, how to utilize your 10 golden tickets and have 30-year fixed interest rates. My foreign investors would kill to have the ability to have 30-year fixed rates, because even somebody in Canada only can get a 5-year fixed these days that I can find. If you find something better out there, let me know. How do you qualify? What kind of reserves you're going to need? This is all the information as an informed investor you're going to want. All right, our preferred lenders. This is like free, man, this is like worth 10 grand right here. Just handing you these guys and gals' name, best in the business by far. We have new loan programs that just came available. I've assembled the team here in Memphis so you don't have to go finding the right fit. Our different closing attorneys, we have a group insurance policy that you can be a part of if you are a part of it. It's really nice because if you ever have to file a claim, it goes into the group policy instead of you as an individual who might have 10 or 20 properties. Filing a $5,000 claim, you might say, well, I don't even want to file it because I don't want my deductible to go up or my premium to go up. As a group of 1,000 properties and several hundred homeowners, if I had to file a claim for $5,000, it goes against a group of 1,000 properties. All right, we always want to extend the invitation. Come to Memphis. You're welcome. Now, you don't have to come to Memphis. Most of my investors have never been here. We bring it to you virtually through videos and photos of your home. That's our job, to take care of all the boots on the ground work, the operations team of your venture here. But we want to extend the invitation. You want to come see us, come to our main campus in Cordova, Tennessee, 8520 Macon Road, meet my team and see that, hey, these guys, they're not doing any rocket science. They're not doing any brain surgery. I mean, come on. If I can do it, it's pretty basic, but it's the consistency. So you'll get to meet us. You'll see the inner workings of our processes and systems. What do you do when you get a phone call about a leaking toilet? It's not reinvent the wheel. It's just a 10-step checklist. So come on out and see us. We'd love to let you meet the team and see. This is the key behind any success I might have, is surrounding myself with awesome, awesome teammates who buy into our core values and understand that we take it very seriously, the duty that we owe to our owners, because we're helping you with your children's college funds, your retirement account. These investments are serious to us that they work out at the end of the day. I've even got some articles in here about some build-to-rent homes that we've been able to complete soon coming is Turnkey Invest Academy. So this is going to be the inner workings of everything we do, how to analyze your next investment on your terms. I'll give you the tools to do so. So stay tuned for more about Turnkey Invest Academy. So articles about new construction houses through this. We even got one that was recently in a magazine here in town about top producers. We're very humbly honored to get that. I've got your investment checklist. Man, if you want to get really deep in the weeds, watch my videos about this checklist and how you want to go through and make sure that all the properties you're buying in Memphis or other cities, hey, this checklist works anywhere. Make sure you don't make some of the mistakes I've made over the past 20 years. That's what that checklist is all about. Don't buy a house in the flood zone unless you know it. Here's that article that was in the magazine recently, and on and on and on it goes. But look, I just want to say thank you. We're closing 2022 out in a record-breaking year again, and it's all because of you, the owners who work with us to create generational wealth and cash flow. If you want to learn more about how you can become an owner and have Foundation Property Management taking care of your investments here in Memphis, Tennessee, visit turnkeyinvest.com, foundationpm.com, reach out to us, schedule a one-on-one Zoom call or phone call, or visit to our office. So thank you so much. Have a great day.